Welcome to the channel. Big C8 news today. If you are new here, I'm Kevin, and we have new spy shots of the C8 Z06. Lots to talk about there, and new information saying that the Corvette plant is shutting down. For a short time, that is. Nothing major, at least I hope. We're going to have to find out. But before I get started, do me a favor and drop a like on the video, and if you like what you hear, find it informative, find it entertaining, consider hitting that subscribe button. Now, thanks to the Corvette blogger, we have new spy shots of the C8 Z06. Let's take a look at them real quick. All the photos up to this point have been pretty well camouflaged. They've even covered the wheels and absolutely everything so you can see as little as possible. But this new photo is quite revealing. Some of the, we'll say, fluffed up coverings is gone. We have a little bit of a minor wrap, but that's about it. The wheels are finally exposed, and we have a look at the rear end. So let's get started with the first thing I see, the wheels. They're a leaps and bounds improvement over the base model C8. I love the new design, although we can't see it too well because the picture quality is rather crappy. I'm guessing someone took this from a very long distance and tried to zoom in the best they could, and it pretty much just destroyed the resolution. So it's grainy and not really the best quality, but we're going to work with what we've got. But it's a pretty cool wheel design. I'm very happy with it. Like I said, it's leaps and bounds above the standard base model C8. It looks like they have a very aggressive tire on it. Not sure what it is. There has been talks that this could have the Michelin Cup 2 tires, but considering how well we expect this car to handle, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Speaking of handling, that is another thing I want to bring to your attention. The front aero is very aggressive on this thing. It even has the winglets on the front, obviously going to add a lot more downforce, and I don't feel like this is, I don't want to say a base Z06 because I'm not sure that is such a thing, but this has the optional, what I'm going to assume is going to be optional aero on it. It's very aggressive up front. Like I said, it's got the winglet. It's going to add a lot more downforce. This is really speaking volumes of what this car is going to be capable of doing. Now, moving around to the back of the car, there's a lot I want to point out here. One of which being, let's start with the spoiler on this thing. This is a totally different design than I ever expected GM to put on the Corvette. Now, I absolutely love this look. I always said the base model C8 barely had any spoiler at all. The little lip they put on there wasn't really cutting it. The high wing, though, was a huge improvement. But this wing here absolutely knocks it out of the park. The C8 Corvette is always said to look exotic. It looks like a Ferrari or something crazy like that. But this wing here takes it to a whole new level. This is absolutely, it looks like a supercar, possibly looks like a hypercar with this wing, because if you look at this, it's the same wing that they have on the Koenigsegg Agera R. The Koenigsegg Agera R, we know the capabilities of that car. It's a hypercar. This has the same wing. Now, I'm not saying it's going to operate the same as an Agera R, but aesthetically speaking, this makes the car look absolutely phenomenal. But I also know that that's going to put some of you on the fence as far as design cues go, so let me know down in the comments what you think of this spoiler. It's totally unique for the Corvette. We have seen it before, again, on the Agera, but I think it's definitely what the C8 needs. Now, one more thing that the C8 did need, which it looks like may have been addressed here, is those big plastic air vents that were on the back are, well, let's just say they've been reshaped. They're not gone, but they're more rectangular in this picture, at least from what we can see. Again, it's very dark and grainy, but it looks like those big square air vents have been reshaped to more of a rectangular design, which definitely makes the look of the rear end a lot better. It also seems to have a much more aggressive slope or an angle to the diffuser. And again, I can't see it too well to really give you that much of a description because it's too dark and blurry. But the rear end of the car, which I had the most complaints about when the C8 came out, is leaps and bounds better. This totally looks phenomenal. I'm totally stoked with this car. So taking all of this into consideration, along with the fact that they say there's going to be a flat plane crank that's going to rev up to what, 9,000 RPM, that's going to make an absolutely insane car. I can't wait for this to come out. I can't wait for more details. I think we're going to start getting more and more leaked photos and information on this car in the very, very near future. This is just one of many photos I expect to be quote unquote leaked. Now let's switch gears to the Corvette plant, which we have now found out is going to be closing down due to supplier issues. Now we all know with everything going on in the world right now, supply and demand has become quite a problem, especially when it comes to the automotive world and getting parts. The Corvette plant has been dealing with the same exact issues right now, and they've gotten pretty bad to the point where they're going to have to close the plant down for a short time. They are supposed to be closing it as soon as next week, but they say it will be reopening on Monday, October 19th. Chevy spokesperson Kevin Kelly had made a statement saying, "Due to temporary part supply issues, we can confirm that the Bowling Green assembly will not run production for the week of October 12th. Our supply chain, manufacturing, and engineering teams are working closely with our supplier base to mitigate any further impact on production, and we expect the plant to resume normal operations on Monday, October 19th. Now, this is an unfortunate scenario because the Corvette has already had plenty of problems with production and getting out, and now they're going to add this to the mix. So it's almost like there's a curse on the C8. Hopefully they can get it figured out quickly and get production started again. I know there's still a lot of you waiting for your C8 Corvette. So keep your fingers crossed that the supplier issue gets solved quickly and they can get back to getting everyone their C8 Corvette. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like on the video and consider hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. Catch you in the next upload.